Pandemonium Toys has brought back that feeling you had as a kid when you saw that new toy line on the shelf. Alternation action figures, original heroes for a new generation. Ultra Maximus viewers get 10% off with code ULTRAMAX. Shop now at Pandemonium Toys. Link in the description below. Hey guys, Ultra Maximus here. Give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And jump over to Facebook and like my page to upload your video links, pictures, and join the conversation there. Click on the links in the description below. Hey guys, now follow me on Instagram at Ultra Maximus Reviews and Twitter at Ultra__Maximus. Links in the description below. Oh, hey, it's Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Oh, I'm Tweedledee, he's Tweedledum. Jerry was, I'm Tweedledum, he's Tweedledee. That's not been your turn. Hey, leave off, let go. I said so. I said so.
Okay, honestly, who did not see that coming? Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at another Transformers Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures figure. It's Wreck and Ruin! So I ordered this figure off of Walmart.com actually. I have never seen this in the store itself, and you might hear the birds in the background, by the way. Lots of things going on this afternoon. It's a figure I was really interested in because we've never had a Wreck and Ruin figure in the Toydom officially that I know of. So this figure not only is on the Cyberverse TV show, but it initiated way back with like Target 2006, the Marvel UK comics, and it was two, I want to say they were Minicon jets that had some kind of explosion, and they had to combine the two to get them to live. They had a pipe between them, and they had little triangle faces. I remember that. They became part of the Wreckers, and they've been in and out of comics for decades now, and we finally got a version of the character that's on a TV show and in plastic, so that's pretty awesome. Let's go in there and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Wreck and Ruin in the packaging, and it's one of those open face packaging. It's got the Energon armor logo, Transformers Bumblebee. Very interesting. We get some really nice artwork up here at the top, how the play gimmick works. Side of the package has a picture of some Autobots. This side has got the Wreck and Ruin as well. Yeah, definitely interesting. I am digging that. There's the figure in the package. There's the logo, how that gimmick works itself. Side of the box, and then the other side of the packaging also has the figures right there. Back of the package has got him in his robot mode and in his vehicle mode. It's got the Energon armor right there. He is a turbocharged technician. I think in the show he just moves boxes around is all I've seen on the show, which is kind of interesting, but he's got these little conjoined heads right there. Very, very cool. So there he is in robot mode. There's his truck tank mode like thingy, the Energon armor, and yeah, that's about it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Wreck and Ruin out of box and see what we think. So here we have Wreck and Ruin out of the packaging, and I don't really know which one's which. Is this Wreck and this is Ruin? I'm going to presume that is the case, because you just kind of read it left to right, so I'm guessing that's how this goes here. I don't think they ever really mention it in the show. If I'm wrong, leave a comment down below. Overall, I really do like this figure. This probably has to be one of the best larger Cyberverse figures that has been put out as of yet. I really did like Clobber in this Energon armor set, but I think Wreck and Ruin is an even better figure. Now, there are a few gripes I do have with the figure. Really, the biggest one is with the legs themselves. They can feel kind of loose. Of course, now it's kind of nice tight. There we go. They can get a little bit loose, and the way it transforms, I feel it's going to wear the joints out on the legs over time. So be aware of that. Really, everything else, though, on the figure is pretty decent. I'm definitely digging him. Articulation on the figure itself, nothing at the heads, of course, there's nothing at the waist. The arms do move up and down, but you have to open them up a bit because this wheel will get caught behind this piece here, and he's got a ball joint there. He's got a hinge joint at the elbow right there, and then there's also a mushroom peg that spins around and gives you a little bit of articulation. The legs kick up that far, they're on a ball joint, kick out that far. There is a single joint on the knee and then nothing at the feet, and that's really about it as far as the articulation goes. Now, he does have a few more play gimmicks. First and foremost, he's got this spoiler on the back that helps activate the Energon armor that flips out. So what you're going to do is kind of pull this back and like that, and you want to kind of catch, and this is really, really strange. So I'm going to fold this up and show you. So there's a second piece right here that clips, and this piece goes over, so you want to catch both of them to flip the Energon armor up, which is very interesting. You can also take this piece off here like that, and then you can fold this back in. So then you can flip this out, and you kind of have to wiggle him a little bit to get the Energon piece to flip out. It's very good at not just auto-popping that Energon armor, which seems to be an issue with a lot of those spring-loaded gimmicks. And this has probably been the best spring-loaded gimmick figure where that's just not automatically going to happen. And it's almost to the point of they overcompensated by it's not easy enough to get that gimmick. So I guess I just can't be satisfied. So his spoiler turns into this nasty looking little rail gun, which is very cool. And then he can hold that into his hand right here like this. And yeah, now he's got this rail gun, which is pretty awesome. The downfall is you can't use the rail gun in the vehicle mode because it's like a little shovel or cow stop on the front of the truck thing, tank thing, whatever it's supposed to, armored car thing that it transforms into. So yeah. It's cool though. I like it as the weapon for this guy, and I like the fact it'll go onto his back as well. So that into itself is pretty damn cool. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I really like the design of this figure. I like the two heads on the conjoined body. One's got a little kind of monocle, the other doesn't. I wish they had a little bit different face sculpt. They look like the same kind of face sculpt to me. But the one's almost got a Blitzwing kind of look going on from Transformers Animated, which is very cool. We get his backpack, his railgun here, slash, you know, spoiler on the top, which is pretty good. I like how everything's closed up. It looks nice. You know, the Autobot logos on the shoulders look good. I just wish that, I don't know, Ruin, I guess the one on the right, had a little bit more scratchy up looking face. I feel like he should be a brawler. But yeah, the colors, the paint, you know, the design looks good, and I think overall they've got a nice solid looking piece here. And here we have a closer look at the Energon armor itself. It's this nice translucent blue. I'm definitely digging it. I like the mask sculpt. It's got a very I don't know, samurai prow look from Transformers Animated, which I'm definitely digging. It flows really well over the front face of the figure, and then folding it back up into the body. Again, it folds up really nice, very compact. You know, not a lot of over bulk for the gimmick itself, and it's not too springy where it's just going to automatically plop out all the time, which I definitely appreciate. You may not like this gimmick, but they designed it for the people who don't to not use the gimmick, I guess, and I appreciate that. So looking at the midsection of the figure, again, I'm liking the sculpt. He's got these big bulgy arms. He's got the two guns on his forearms, the two conjoined bodies coming down to the waist. I think that looks pretty decent. Nice little paint apps. I wish the guns on his forearms flipped forward so he could use them in robot mode. I think that would look cool. I don't know if that's actually used in the show or not, but I think that would be pretty good. Again, we got a nice kind of back going on there, not a lot of too much kibble going on, and you know, it's a nice flat, not a lot of hollow spots. A little bit on the inside of the arms, but nah, that's okay. Overall, I think this just looks really, really good, and the conjoined body there, I think, is way better than the original pipe that held them together way back in Target 2006. And then finally, take a look at the legs of the figure. These are probably the weakest point of the figure, not in sculpt and paint per se, because we get nice blue paint apps, the dark blackish charcoal color, and the military green. He stands pretty well. He's got nice big clunky feet, and then the wheels are there on the back, a little hollow on the inside, but nah, not too terribly bad. I think the biggest issue I've got with the legs is in the transformation. I just think the joints aren't really designed to do what you're doing in this transformation, and I'm afraid that's just going to wear them out. I guess time will tell. For comparison, here we have Rack and Ruin with his wave mate Clobber, and actually I don't even think they're wave mates, right? He's from Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures. Isn't she from Power of the Spark? They're both Energon armor figures, and it's interesting to see them side by side. He's a little bit bigger, but I gotta say, these are two of my favorite figures out of all of the newer figures over this past several months. I definitely like them. I like how different they are. They do have a play gimmick, which is not too terribly bad. And, you know, this is a figure we've been wanting forever. And this figure is brand new and is a great homage to Lugnut. Yeah, I don't know. I really like these figures. They're solid, and I think kids are going to like them too. Now, as I mentioned before, Rack and Ruin transforms into this military truck tank thing. Which, you know, it works. It's nothing of any actual existence, which, you know, I mean, this is a two-headed transformer. Come on. But the transformation's actually pretty decent for a figure of this caliber. I figured it'd be less complicated, but it's enough to make it interesting, but not overly complicated to make it unfun, I guess is a good way to put it, right? Is Rack and Ruin in his vehicle mode. Again, it's, I don't know, kind of a weird truck thing. He's got this kind of snow shovel up front, cow stop, whatever you want to call it. He's got these two nice guns that blast off. He's got a double windshield, cockpit, whatever you want to call it, so that's kind of cool. He rolls pretty decent. If you look underneath, he's just kind of looking at you like, hey, how you doing? But overall, I mean, it's okay. There's a lot of, I don't know if you want to call that design right there. It's, again, all right. The back of it looks kind of garbagey, and that's probably the worst part of the whole thing. But once you actually get it pretty stable, it works. It's not too bad. And he kind of looks like a militaristic version of Springer's car mode. Does anybody else see that, or is it just me? For comparison, here we have Rack and Ruin in his truck mode, green truck mode thing next to another green truck Earthrise hoist. And yeah, he's definitely quite a bit bigger than Hoist, both in width and in length. I think Hoist is all around a better figure, but yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it's a military type of vehicle, so he scales pretty well in this mode, being a fictional army vehicle, and I think he scales pretty well in his robot mode as well. So is the Energon Armor Rack and Ruin a figure you want in your Transformers collection? Well, I'm going to say yes on a couple different stands here. Number one, it's a very solid toy. I think kids are going to like it. The play gimmick's kind of fun. It's a cool figure. He's got two heads. That's, you know, every kid's going to like that, I think. Turns into a pretty cool little armor truck tank thingy mabobber, which, you know, is always fun. I like how the play gimmick does not blow out too quickly, which is nice. It doesn't trip, I guess would be a better term, which is cool. So that was nice of them. And it's a character we've never seen in plastic, to my knowledge, nor seen on the screen. He's always been in the comics. He's one of the Wreckers, so if you're completing out a Wrecker team, this is definitely a must pick up for those kind of hardcore Transformers fans. Even though it's not exactly what we'd see in the comics, especially the early comics, this is a good adaptation of him. In fact, I like this version better than I do the Target 2006 version because he looks more robotic. I mean, they just had a pipe connecting the two before, and now he's actually a conjoined twin Autobot, which I definitely like. And he transforms. When this character was first invented, he lost his transformation because of the procedure he went through. So I like that. I think that's a lot of fun. I think fans of the Wreckers are going to like this character just to have him in their collection. Kids are going to love him. And for 20 bucks, I feel there's a lot of play value and a lot of collectability here. So if you do see him, I would pick him up because he's hard to find. I had to order him online. So if you see him, I wouldn't hesitate. Pull the trigger because I got a feeling this is a figure that's just going to keep going up in value. So there he is, the Energon Armor Wreck and Ruin. Hey guys, thanks for watching. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And jump over to Facebook and like my page to upload your video links, pictures, and join the conversation there. Click on the links in the description below.